What's up, everybody? This is your girl EJ, and really quickly, I'm turning into my mother. I'm, I'm my mama, and it's hitting me day by day through parenting and marriage that I'm really turning into this woman. And I wanted to discuss it with you guys because I feel like I'm not the only person that is turning in to their parent. And speaking of parenting and all of the crazy things that come with it, I have partnered with Modern Fertility. And yes, you have seen them on this channel before. So let's get to the good stuff about Modern Fertility. For me, I like it because it gives you insight to your options. Now, even at my age, I am still open to growing my family. Some days I want a baby, other days I want a strong coffee. But knowing your fertility health is always the way to go. Now, this kit can be taken in the privacy of your own home, and you can receive your results within 10 days. Now, not only is this kit super easy to use, but it is also super affordable. A lot of times, insurance won't cover the fertility hormone test, and they can be super expensive, upward to $1,500. But this kit is only $159. And if you click my link, you'll get $20 off of your kit. Also, if you have an FSA or an HSA, it is an eligible purchase. Now, once you get your results back, you'll have access to your customized dashboard, which will give you insight on your egg health and your expected fertility timeline. That's possible outcomes for IVF and egg freezing. Now, you'll also get a read on your thyroid, which we know affects everything from our skin to our energy and, yes, even our fertility. And that's not all. You'll also receive a detailed report on what your levels mean for conditions like polycystic ovary syndrome and other key fertility factors. And not only will you have access to this customized dashboard, but you'll be able to print out your results and start that conversation with your doctor. Now, if that wasn't enough, you'll also receive a free one-on-one consultation with a fertility nurse. You can join in on the weekly webinars, and you can get active in the community full of thousands of women just like yourself. So listen, I'll tell anyone, this kit is peace of mind. Whether you want to have children tomorrow or much further down the line, knowing your fertility health is always the best way to go. You can use your Modern Fertility results and other resources and begin mapping out your fertility journey. You don't have to wait, you don't have to wonder, you don't have to guess how it's gonna go. Get your results and get started today. Okay, so for me, I feel like I saw myself turning into my mom when my children would introduce me to other children. And they would say, oh, hey, this is such and such. And the first thing I said was, who your people? What's your mama name? What's your dad name? Because I couldn't. Why you introduced me to a kid? I don't know the kid, but I might know their mom and dad. When my children started asking to go places, and I knew in my head immediately that it would be no, but I always said two words, and it was, we'll see. And it's funny because I remember my mom ranting and my mom will be so mad at us. I remember my mom saying, nah, because if I tell you we're going, then you're going to think we're going, then you're going to be, well, I thought you said we was going. I thought you said we was. Oh, she would be so mad. And so she would say out loud, I'm not telling you that we're going. I'm telling you that we'll see. Because if I tell you we're going and we don't go, I don't want to deal with you after that. I don't want to deal with your attitude and your fits and your tantrums. So it's just going to be a good, we'll see. I knew I was turning into my mom when I started getting mad because people were coming in the kitchen while I was cooking. And you guys have heard me say this before. The kitchen is for everybody. The food is for everybody. But the kitchen been here all day long. It's been here all week long. And then you don't need to come in here until you hear me moving pots. I also don't like it when you ask me what you about to cook. Why? Do it really matter? Are you not gonna eat it? You're not gonna eat it? Another thing that told me I was turning into my mom, when I get home, I don't immediately get out of the car. It's almost like what I need to rush for to go in there with them for. I love my family. What is the rush? Can I do like 7-8 minutes in the car to myself? And I didn't need those 7-8 minutes before, but now it's a necessity. I knew I was turning into my mom when I started going to bed earlier, when I started decreasing how much I was going out. Now, my mom, her and my dad were married for like 12 or 13 years. And then after that, she was a single parent. So it was a lot of stuff I didn't see her do. I never saw her, go to the club. I never saw her, partying or really hanging out. I did see her go to bed early. I saw her go to work every day. Now I saw that, and when I go to bed early, it's just like that thing is just like it's like that's your mama on you. You turning into your mama. I knew I was turning into my mom when my children would outgrow their clothes or shoes, and I would get an attitude. How they too little? What you mean the shoes hurt your feet, lady? If the baby say her toes is bunched up, lady, ma'am. Now there are some times where I have to catch myself and be like, remember, here's the thing. Each generation should become wiser, become more patient, have access to more wealth than the previous generations. That's just the way I feel. If that don't work for you, that's okay. Things like that shouldn't make you mad. But because the lady raised me, I have so much of her in me. So sometimes I have to catch myself. Because that's you really ain't supposed to be getting mad at your child for growing. You should be proud. I knew I was turning into my mom when I would watch my children sit on the couch. It's a way you're supposed to sit on the couch that you ain't paid for. So when I see that little shoe come up on the couch, my mind go back to, my mom, and it's like you my mom used to tell me all the time, you ain't gonna understand till you got to buy it. You ain't gonna understand till you put furniture in your own house. I was like, girl, why is you tripping over this couch? But I have since bought my own couches, and I completely understand. That was that lady couch. I also knew I was turning into my mom when when hip hop, the new hip hop, irritated me. My mom used to always say, cut all that bumming and beat it. She would be so upset with the bass. I get irritated with a lot of today's hip hop music, and really I'm sure this is how our music sounded to our parents. But that right there for sure lets me know that I've turned into my mom. Another thing that let me know that I was turning into my mom is because I feel like when you first have a child or first have children and you start putting them in daycare and, or maybe even school, and the teacher says, your child done this, your first mind is always, well, no, he didn't. No, she misunderstood. He didn't mean it like that. She misunderstood. But as I've gotten older and I've become my mom, if them teachers call me and say, ma'am, your son tried to set the school on fire, I'm gonna say he did that. Cause when you get older, you walk in a truth about your own children. A lot of times the babies be so sweet, they be so perfect, but as they get older and as you get older, you begin to see, you walk in that truth, and your truth to tell you he did that. If they say he did it, he did it. And not all the time. You use wisdom, but your first mind will not say, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. Because at that point, your child. I'm also offended by nothingness. And I feel like every mom is offended by nothingness. Why you ain't doing nothing? Ain't nothing for you to do? Like if I see my kids just sitting, I don't have peace. Go wash a dish. I know it's just a spoon in the sink, but go clean it. Just ain't no laundry. I don't understand why you just sitting here just breathing and enjoying life. Again, I have to catch myself sometimes. But that's my mama. I get mad when the TV is loud. I get mad when the music is loud and it's not a song that I like. That's my mama. Now, I don't know if this one comes from my mom or just growing up poor. But even if it's just like a little bit of food left, I cannot throw it away. Like I have to make it leftovers. Like I got to put it in some Tupperware just in case somebody wants to eat it. Even though nobody's going to eat it. And I know my family. I know my family is not going to eat it. But a lot of times I cannot just throw that food away. Now, like I said, I don't know if that's my mama or if that's poverty. Same thing. I remember my mom and my Aunt Pat, even my Aunt Sophia, like I remember hearing their conversations about us, like the kids. And I remember getting so mad. Like, they always talking about us. They always got something to say. Like, my mom would be telling, like, if I got in trouble at school, my mom would be telling Aunt Pat, why? Why are you doing that, Mom? In my mind, I was like, why are you telling my business? It don't matter if I'm in the 6th grade. That's my business. Girl. Girl. But now I see that in myself when I'm on the phone with one of my cousins and we're discussing our children. I'm like, man, if this would have been my mama, I would have been so mad. But here we are, discussing what happened in Miss Johnson's class today, discussing your attitude. All right, guys, and as always, I want to hear from you. Tell me how you knew you were turning into your parents or your grandparents. What was the thing that said, oh, it's here? I want to hear all about it. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. This is your girl EJ, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.